Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm standing here with the Diatone 250 Quad, so let's finish the build. Yes, so what I'm going to use is this this frame as motors and ESC. So I'm going to use this combo. It's an Afro ESC and motor from Multistar. So I think they are going to be fine with the 12 amp Afro ESCs. I'm going to use the suddenly my brain stopped. The Afro Flight 32 as a flight controller, and also I will need to solder on all the pins for this one and configure it, of course, but we're going to do that in a separate video. So the first thing that I will need to do is to mount the motors and the ESCs, and also this is only barely just put together, so I will need to remove all the screws and put some Loctite on all of them. So we're going to start with that. So yes, we are soon finished taking the quad apart. And when this screw is done like this, we can just basically just put some thread lock on. So let me just find a small bag that I often use. So I'll put some thread lock on there. And there we go. So that was the first screw, and let's just take the rest. Yes, so I have taken it apart and put it back together with thread lock this time. I just realized that I forgot to put some mounts for the Naze 32. So basically the Naze is going to go in here. In what direction I'm not quite sure yet, but I will need some mounts for it, and for that I was thinking of using some standoffs, white or black, probably black. So but these has to be fastened from underneath, I assume. I could always take one out and just test it to see. Yeah, and the screw is not it's not long enough to be fastened from underneath. So could just try to four to put four in place, just to see if the Naze fits like that, because then these standoffs are in the holes underneath, because the screws was a bit long. So if I now took, yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, perfect. So that means that I could just, or that I have to basically just remove the bottom plate again, and then just mount these standoffs, and then they could just fit the holes here, because I will need to have this this screw underneath, and if it didn't poke out of this hole here, it seems like it's going to be too long to basically go in between, but I will figure that out. So but anyway, I will need to be able to get these in. I will need to remove these 4 screws once again. I will do that, and I will be back and just attach one motor and do the rest off camera. Yes, I did take off the bottom board and attach the standoffs for the Naze 32 like that. I will have to remove the Naze bore once again, and before I continue, I will need to weigh it. I haven't measured the weight of it without any electronics on it. So let me do that, and also I will just go ahead and attach one of the motors, and I can show you how that looks when I'm done. So let's put the quad on the weight. We put the top plate on. We put the camera mount on. Oh, I forgot to turn it on. Maybe we should turn it on first, right? So we put the quad. We can put the screws for the top plate. We will put the landing gear. 2, 3, 4. 4 screws for the landing gears. The camera mount, top plate, and we are talking about 158 grams. 157 grams. That's the weight of the quad itself, and then we can see how much it weighs when we have attached the motors and stuff, and I'm going to do that now. Yes, so I have attached one of the motors. It went quite nice. And I have to apologize for this bad lighting. I have ordered some new lights to have here on my hobby room. The lighting that I have is just awful. So anyway, attached one of the motors. The screws, I don't think they are too long. It doesn't seem like it. I tried to look around to see if the screws touches inside of the motor. Doesn't look like that. The next part is to, after the motors are attached, is to attach the ESCs. These have pre-installed bullets connectors, so it makes it easy. I'm not quite sure yet if I'm going to use them, because I will have a lot of wiring. Yes, as you can see, this is unnecessary weight. However, I'm not quite sure yet how to power everything. There are no power distribution board on this, so I will have to find a way how to power it. And also with the Naze board, if I put the ESC out here, I don't know if it looks like the ESC is going to be long enough, but I will just attach the motors for now, and then I will start on the Naze board to do the necessary soldering on that one and mount it, and then it's going to be probably a little bit easier to see how long the wires needs to be. Yeah, I will take one step at a time. This is the first quad that I built building without a power distribution board, and now I'm starting to see how much help that this distribution board actually is. But I'm gonna attach the rest of the motors, and we'll take it from there. I'm sitting here with my Naze 32. I haven't soldered anything on yet. I have been just studying how and maybe which way is the best way to do this. I am going to use S-bus on this, so I think that I will only solder on the pins that I need, and for both the receiver side and for the ESC. So on the receiver side, I will only need 3 pins, and on the ESC side, I will need one full pin with the power, signal, and ground, and for the other 3, I will only need signal. It's only going to be powered by one of the ESCs. So I found a video online, a guy who does this this way, and I find it a good way. So I will link that video down below. So I will just solder them on. I don't see the point of videoing it since there is a video already online, so that I will link to. So let me just do the soldering, and I can show you afterwards when I'm done. Yes, so I'm done with the soldering, and as you can see, I am. Let me see if I can get the camera in focus. It's not the best camera for this kind of stuff, but anyway, I try. So for the receiver side, I have only the PPM, the S-bus connection. So I've soldered on both sides for stability, but cut away the pins. So I only have 3 pins there, and I put the standard header for the buzzer and the telemetry and so on. And for the ESCs, I have one ESC connection here, and the 3 signal, only the signal cables. For the rest, for the 3 other ESCs there. So I will only feed in one 5 volt there. So this is it, and I'm going to mount this one in the quad next. So I have now mounted the Naze 32 in the quad, facing forward. This one is forward. Next I will attach the ESCs, and I think I will basically just cut off the heat shrink and solder the motor wires directly to. Oh, it's not in view. So to get rid of most of the wiring, so I can get the ESC on top of here. And I have ordered from Banggood a power distribution board that I'm going to mount underneath. So for now I'm probably not gonna. I'm not quite sure yet if I will wait for the power distribution board or if I will just do whatever I can and change the settings when I receive it. But anyway, I think I will just cut off the motor wires and solder the motor wires directly to the ESC. Of course, I'm not sure of the direction, but in the worst case scenario, I will have to desolder and just swap out some cables. So I will do that first one and show it how that looks, and then take the rest off camera. Okay, so I have partially mounted the first ESC. So I've soldered off the wires. So all I can do is solder on the motor wires. And I haven't really decided yet if I will find a temporary solution until I get the power distribution board. I will do some more thinking, but anyway, you see the first ESC is connected to the flight controller, and I will only need the signal cable for the rest. So I will continue with the build, and I will show you the finished version of it. Okay, so I'm outside with my racing quad. So let's take it up in the air and see how it flies. I don't have the desired battery, but at least we can see just how it flies. Or if it flies. I have done no tuning whatsoever, and it's quite stable. Of course, with this battery, the weight is not perfectly balanced on the quad, and there are some tuning that I can do. But it's I must say that I'm quite impressed compared to KK2. The last, you see, the battery is no good. So compared to the last quad that I built with the KK2 board, I had a lot of tuning to do. And with this one, there are no vibration at all. So I must say that I'm really impressed. So, but of course, there are tuning. I see the yaw is very slow, and so there are some tuning we can do to make it fly even better. So we will, of course, work with that. So let's just put the camera over like this, and let's try fly a bit. I also want to have a buzzer on it, on the Naze board. Ooh. And of course I don't have a lot of practice flying these, so I really need to practice. So I don't think we're going to stress this battery any further, and we're not going to stress this battery any further, and I need to do some more practice flying. So that's it. It flies great, and we still have tuning to make it fly even better. So thank you for watching.